Hey everyone! Have you ever felt super ambitious but found yourself stuck when it comes to actually doing things? Maybe you've got a vivid picture of your future in your head, but in reality, you keep putting things off and thinking, here I go again. You make a New Year's resolution, feel fired up for a few days, then slip right back into procrastination. You swing between guilt. Why am I like this? And resignation. Well, guess everyone lives like this. By the time another year rolls around, you're recycling the same goals, the same promises, and watching your motivation fade away until you're left thinking, I really am just a lazy person. So, what's up with this procrastination loop, and why don't simple tips fix it? On social media or in certain videos, you'll hear suggestions like delete all your apps or stop overthinking, but those are just band-aids. They might help in the short term, but they don't solve the deeper reason hidden in your mind. And that deeper reason is something physics calls inertia, according to Newton's first law of motion. Also known as the law of inertia, a body at rest tends to stay at rest, and a body in motion tends to keep moving unless acted upon by an external force. It might sound like a basic physics fact, but it perfectly sums up how our behavior works. Starting any new task means going from rest to motion, which requires that big initial push. That push can feel overwhelming. So we say, forget it, I'll do it tomorrow, and dive into distractions like social media or gaming. Basically, we procrastinate because taking the first step to break inertia looks too daunting. So how do we reduce that heavy first force so it's not so intimidating and finally get things moving? Let's talk about two practical methods that can help. You've probably heard the saying that the hardest part is just getting started. Picture this. You tell yourself you need to write a 5,000-word essay by tonight. It's such a massive task that you can't even begin. But if you say, I'll just write 50 words, it suddenly seems doable. The same goes for cleaning your room. Deciding to clean the whole place at once might feel like a nightmare, but promising yourself just 2 minutes of tidying often snowballs into a solid cleaning session. By reducing the sense of burden, you demolish that wall of inertia and get rolling. The second method is the 2-minute rule, which appears in all kinds of personal development books. Even if you don't feel like it, commit to doing the task for just 2 minutes. By the time those 2 minutes are up, you often find yourself thinking, hey, this isn't so bad, and you naturally keep going. Think of it as moving inertia. Once you've started, it's harder to stop than to continue. That's why the initial spark is so crucial. Whether it's 2 minutes or 50 words, set the bar low enough that you can't help but step over it. You can apply this to pretty much anything in life. If you're thinking about exercise, instead of I have to work out for an hour, try I'll just do 2 minutes of stretching. And if you want to reconnect with someone, instead of I need to plan an amazing event for my friend, start with I'll send a quick text to check in. And for a side project, instead of I must create the perfect business plan, start with let me jot down 3 ideas. Once you topple the inertia that's keeping you still, you'll be surprised how much momentum you can build. It's like Martin Luther King's famous advice. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. You might not feel ready to do it all right now, but taking one small step will often lead to more progress than you'd expect. I hope today's video gives you that little nudge to break out of procrastination. If you found it helpful, feel free to show some support by subscribing or hitting like. And stick around, there's more to come. Until then, remember that once you conquer the initial inertia, everything else falls into place faster than you'd think. Take that tiny step forward today, and I'll see you in the next video.